2026 Ford Expedition. This is your Tremor trim, and this is gonna come in 4x4. Price tag $81,700, and that's the base MSRP sticker. Stay tuned because I'm gonna post that MSRP sticker at the end of the video. What are the trim levels that you get in 2026 is going to be the Active, the Platinum, the Tremor, and the King Ranch. As far as the Max version, you cannot get the Max version in the Tremor, but you can get it in all the other trims. As far as the rear-wheel drive, the only option that you can get for the rear-wheel drive is going to be in that Active trim, which is the entry-level trim. Now, what's the towing capacity in the new 2026 Ford Expedition? If it's properly equipped, 9,600 pounds. As far as the tank size capacity, you're gonna get 23.6 gallon in this Tremor. If you go to the Max version, you are going to get 27.8 gallons. What's the engine that you get in our specific video today is going to be a 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost, which is going to push 440 horsepower with 510 pound-feet of torque, and that's going to be a 10-speed automatic transmission. If you don't have the high output, you're only going to get 400 horsepower with 480 pound-feet of torque, but still the 10-speed automatic transmission and the V6 EcoBoost. Now, Ford Expedition was first offered in 1997, so there is a little bit of history behind this. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the specific features that this Tremor gets. You're going to get the recovery hooks, the fog lights, the special elements for the outside that pertains to the Tremor, the skid plates, the rubbers, the running boards, and much more. I'm going to go over all of them as soon as we get to the side and to the rear. Now, before we move forward, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's really going to help me out to bring you more content like this one. Also, this video is filmed in 4K. Make sure you adjust this YouTube settings to watch this at the highest quality. And a big thank you and a shout out to Folsom Lake Ford here in Folsom, California for providing me with this expedition for this review. Once we get in the cargo, I'm going to give you some measurements into inches, so stay tuned, not just cubic feet of space. We're going to get there in just a few moments. And now let's go ahead and start with the front end. And a few more features specifically for the Tremor is going to be that differential. Then you're going to have the unique Tremor exterior styling, the heavy flow exhaust system, and interior is going to be different as well. But let's go ahead and start with the headlights. These are going to be reflector headlights, not projection headlights, and you're going to have LED daytime running lights with the LED signal lights and emergency lights. They are going to be located in the same position. If you're going to have the Platinum or the King range, you're going to have the LED surround light around your grille, but the Tremor and the Active does not get that option. You do have some satin right here, no high gloss. The only high gloss you get is going to be this trim here. This comes equipped with the 360 camera. Expedition is blacked out on the front hood, and then you do have those elements for the Tremor with the fog lights and active air vents. Everything down here is going to be matte black plastic. This is going to be your recovery hooks, 2 for the front, 1 on each side, and then you're going to have the skid plate right under. Now I'm going to give you a side view of this 2026 Ford Expedition in the Tremor, and let me go ahead and give you some dimensions so you know if this is going to fit into your garage. The length is 209.9, the width is 80 inches, and that does not include your mirrors. Your height is 78 inches, your wheelbase is 122.5, and the ground clearance is 10.6 inches because this is the Tremor. You're going to have different suspension, off-road tuned suspension. And now let's go ahead and talk about the rims and the tires. You're going to get a General Grabber ATX with the exact size, 275 by 70 by 18. Now this is going to be your running board, and that's going to be stationary. Tremor stamped right there on the door, and then the side mirror comes with matte black plastic for the bottom, signal light integrated, high gloss for the top. This has the 360 camera integrated, the puddle lights, auto dimming capabilities, automatic foldable, heated. So this is pretty much fully loaded. Around your windows, you're going to have matte black plastic, and up top, the side roof rails are also going to be matte black plastic. And this comes equipped with the panoramic Vista roof, which is a very nice option to have. Now, the gas lid is going to be located on the driver's side, and this is capless, which makes it very easy when you go to the gas station. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the rear. And now here in the rear, all the tail lights and everything that's a light here is going to be LED. Starting with the top spoiler, you're going to find lights under the spoiler right here. The spoiler is the same color as the car. You're going to have the windshield wiper tucked under, the brake light, and you also have lights attached to the side roof rails, which is an off-road vehicle, it makes sense to have them. Then here the Expedition is blacked out with those orange elements that are specifically for the Tremor, the backup camera above your license plate, and then you have the tow hitch. Here are going to be your parking sensors. Under the car, on the passenger side, you're going to find the exhaust tip, and you do have a spare tire. As far as the lights goes, I already told you, full LED, and they look amazing in my opinion. Now let's go ahead and open this multi-function tailgate, which is a split tailgate. You open the top with the touch of a button, electrically controlled, and then you push the button to open the lower part. And now let me go ahead and start with some cubic feet of space and also measurements into inches. And if you have all the seats up, you're going to get 21.6 cubic feet of space. If you lower the backrest of the third row seating, you're going to get 60.8 cubic feet of space. If you lower the backrest of the second and third row seating, you're going to get 108.5 cubic feet of space. Now measurements into inches, you're getting 17.5. Let's go ahead and drop the backrest of the second row seating. And behind that second row seating, you're going to get about 52.5 inches. If you go all the way to your center console with the measuring tape, you're going to get about 85.5 inches. The minimum width that you get is 50.5. Your entrance is going to be about 33.5, and your loading height in this Tremor is going to be about 37 inches. So I'm hoping these measurements into inches were helpful for you guys. On the left side, you do have those controls for the second row and the third row with electric assistance, and then this button is for your lights. A little bit of storage. On the right side, you do have the outlet, AC 120 volt, and the subwoofer. Under this floor mat, you do find a little bit of space, and then the tire situation right there. And now let's go ahead and push the button, close this tailgate. We have to wait to close the bottom one, and then we can push to close the top one. So we're done with the exterior, with the dimensions, engine, trims, and what the Tremor offers you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. And now inside the Tremor, let me start with the legroom. I'm 6 feet tall. Front is going to give you 43 inches for the legroom. Headroom, definitely enough. Absolutely no issue as far as the legroom goes. The second row seating is going to give you 41.1 inches, and the third row is going to give you 36.5. Now the seating surface, this comes with leather wrap. You do have the stitching, you do have the Tremor elements with the orange stitching. You do have the Tremor engraved right here on the backrest. They do come electrically controlled for the passenger, electrically controlled for the driver, and the driver also gets memory seats. They are heated and ventilated seats, so a lot of good features here in this Tremor. The dashboard looks like a two-level dashboard. You have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, soft touch here. You have the inlays or the trims. This is going to be chrome, and then your glove compartment comes lockable right there. And then your infotainment screen here is going to be 13.2 inches, and that is going to be your 24-inch panoramic display. Let's go ahead through your interface a little bit. You have the Google Assistant integrated with the maps, Apple CarPlay, so it's pretty fully loaded. I just want to show you the interface a little bit. Click on the vehicle, you get the trail turn assist. You can turn it on and off. Then you have the settings right here. Once you go to the vehicle, you can adjust all those settings, and then if you go here, you're going to be able to control what you can see in that panoramic display. If you want to see the fuel economy, if you want to see the gauges, if you want to see the off-road status, tire pressure, and so on, you have plenty of features. Once you go to the vehicle and you go to the lighting, you can change the ambient light that you can find in this Tremor. And to do that, you click on the interior option, and these are your ambient light colors. There you go, very nice feature to have. And then let me show you the camera for this Tremor, multiple angles. There you go. And now let's go back. This is going to be your climate control, front and rear. The way you turn this on, this is the way you control it. There you go, flow, temperature, and everything else. Let's turn this off. Close this, defrosters, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. And now this bar control is going to be with actual physical buttons. You can change your gear, shift up and down. This is your dial to put your transmission into parking, reverse, neutral, and drive. Then your volume, then your auto start stop button, parking sensors, emergency lights, your camera, your traction control, and your hill descent control. And now this center console, it's a flex center console. You can move it forward and back, and that's going to give you access to a lot of storage down there. This is a very nice feature to have. And then you have the Pro trailer here. Once you click on this one, it's going to engage the camera. That's going to help you. And then you have the USB-C, USB-A right here, and then 2 cup holders. Once you open this armrest, it's going to give you access to your 12-volt outlet and also 2 more USB-C ports. The rear view mirror is not going to be auto dimming. This is not frameless, and the garage door opener buttons are going to be located right here. And then your control panel for this panoramic vista roof, it's going to be electrically for the sunshade and electrically for that tilt and slide. Let's go ahead and close this so I don't waste your time. And now the steering wheel. It's a pretty interesting design in 2026. Flat bottom, flat top. Everything is touch sensitive here. You have to go with your fingers, and that's gonna show up on that 24-inch panoramic display. And in order to select something, you need to actually click on it. The left side is going to give you the cruise control. The right side is going to give you volume. It's going to give you the media, and also here on the right side you do get controls for the side mirrors and the steering column, which is electrically controlled. So really nice feature to have. This is your sensors for the co-pilot. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, you're going to find the drive modes, which a specific drive mode for the Tremor comes in the Rock Roll. So you have 7 different ones: normal, tow haul, eco, sport, slippery, off-road, and then the Rock Roll is that special one for the Tremor. And now moving forward, you do have 2 more buttons here that are going to be for your tailgate, and then your 4x2 and 4x4 with auto and low, and then the door panel with those orange accents, ambient light, and the trim that is specifically for the Tremor. This comes with Bang & Olufsen as mentioned, and then you do have the stitching in black. This is leather wrap, this is soft touch, but down here everything is hard plastic. So now we are done with the front side of this Tremor. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second row seating. And now second row seating in this 2026 Ford Expedition, the Tremor. You're going to find the same exact design, perforation, stitching for the second row seating as the first. So they were not simplified, but you're losing the engraving for the Tremor right here. In front of us, you do have the heated seats, which is a very nice option to have. You have the tri-zone climate control, and then your air vents are going to be located up top right here on the headliner. In front of us, you also have the 2 USB-C on the backrest of each seat. So 2 here, a total of 4. And then you have pockets right here, and this is going to be an accessory to put your iPad or another screen right here, or if you want to hang something else. As far as the door panel goes, you do find those orange stitching, the ambient light, and the Bang & Olufsen sound system with just 1 button to control this rear window. As far as the controls for the seats, you do have this armrest right here. Cup holders are going to be located here on the center console, and then you also have cup holders in the door. Down there, you do find another outlet, AC 120 volt. And now the way you control the seats is going to be a lever right here, back and forth, button on the shoulder area to bunny hop forward, and then a lever right here to put the backrest down. So now let's go ahead and see how the third row looks like. Now here on the third row of this Tremor, absolutely no issue with the legroom, 36.5 inches for the legroom. I'm 6 feet tall. I left this seat in the back position, so all the way back, but the backrest is in the normal position, so definitely enough legroom, absolutely no issue, specifically because you get captain chairs. If you're going to have a third adult here, he's going to have a really good time on long road trips. So that's a very nice and convenient feature to have those captain chairs. As far as the left and the right, you have the same exact options, 2 USB-C ports on each side, 2 cup holders on each side, a little bit of cubby room, and then controls for this backrest. This is the upright position. This is all the way back. So really nice comfort back here. Seats were not simplified. You still have the perforation, you still have the orange stitching, and the air vents are going to be located up top on the headliner with 1 light. There you go. So now we are at the end of this review. Here's the MSRP sticker for the 2026 Ford Expedition in the Tremor 4x4. Don't forget, this cannot come in the Max Extended version. So pause the video if you have to. Take a good look at the MSRP sticker. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I'm going to try to get back to you as soon as possible. Also, there's a thing going on my channel. People are trying to find my age. If you want to take part in that, leave a comment in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.